Next one is whoever switch it up a little bit. And this is more like a culture tune. It's been a while since we review a real culture tune because I guess the culture artists then take their time a little bit more. But this is an artist who's always working, very versatile as well. Kabaka Pyramid, and this song is called Tribulation. Randy, what do you feel about Tribulation?
Tribulation. So for those who are familiar with Kabaka, you know, is a very how would I put it now? He's a not only lyricist, but he's astute. I feel like he's an intellect. I just feel like how he delivers is, you know, in flows and everything potent. Is more of a culture artist for people might class him or categorize him, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the name of the song, the single, it's called Tribulation, and that basically a reference, I guess, trouble, great trouble, and suffering and stuff. And him go through the whole thing. The name just sums up the whole thing because it's like not only storytelling, but him describe a whole heap of what the ghetto youths them I go through. And um and basically I tell you the various situations where I mash up the nation. Basically him say a thing in a verse. I say something like man a turn refugee in them own land can't even afford for own land. You know what I
I
mean?
actually wrote that line down as well.
Yeah,
That stood out to me.
right. And I mean there are other powerful and notable lines in there, but I mean, we just say that for even reference back to the fact that the name of the track is Tribulation. So again, the man said, man, a ton refugee in a them own land, right? Basically, your place of your birth. You know what I mean? Can't even afford to own land. You know what I mean? And that not only Jamaica isn't the only place where this is happening,
Nope.
where people from the soil, people, I guess not only, I guess when I put it as the indigenous people, then is it me? Because just like how the Indians in America, you know what I mean, it's almost like they had to put laws in place for them to be able to have certain amount of property, like indigenous property or whatever you would want to call that, over here in the United States, right? In Jamaica now, it's almost like Buju said it, country for sale. Everything is for sale. And it's like the people them were born and raised and built up the country, them can't afford for own anything, you know? Um, and this track again, look on Kabaka Pyramid. Um, the youth very respectful. Respect that youth as an artist. Him have a humble, down to earth demeanor. Seems well grounded, well conscious.
Mm-hmm.
And me appreciate that because in these times it difficult to find, young. I don't know how old he is. I mean, in my opinion, him probably in our age group, but I don't know. Um, Yeah, but I mean the youth, and if you know hear about Kabaka pyramid already, is a youth apart with chronics them and and the like protege them and them kind of
Damian
artists
Marley.
there. Yeah, them kind of artists there. He had a song that we recently reviewed. He was on it with a remix with
Sasko.
yeah, Agent Sasko and Bounty Killer.
People actually seem to be liking that review.
Yeah, and in verse on that, nice. You see me? I say the man say in another verse they say, yo, hey Sasko, can I switch it up a bit? And he did switch it up, and everything, boy, we give him props him writing because one thing we can tell you, if him choose a certain direction, you gotta get the point and you gotta feel it. And this is how I felt about Tribulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane?
Why? You even go after that? But a solid track. You know, this shows his consciousness, a level of consciousness, and how he's able to tell his story, being witty and using wordplay to get the point across, as serious as the issues are that he spoke about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I revere him as a veteran in his craft that he's doing, and you know, I think I want to see him. You know, guys like him should be getting a lot more accolades at this point. You know what I mean? Great track. You know, for me, as I always say, music I have to feel it. You know what I mean? The feeling is what does it for me in music, because you know I feel like that is what it should be about. And this was very, very good for me. Very good track.
For me, this was a traditional roots record, culture record, but at the same time with a new feel. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I like when they do that. Chronic's protege, you have to mix it up. It can't remain like it was in the 80s and 70s. So big up to Kabaka. This is somebody I've been listening to probably for 10 years now. And as you say, he's a very intelligent guy. I think he's from Florida, or at least if he's from Jamaica, he was in Florida at one point. And even I read an article that I think he might have been in college and he left that to pursue music. He's very close with Damian Marley. They've done records together. The producer on this record is a guy by the name of Sean Diedrich, or Young Paul. He's done a lot of work with Damian Marley and Stephen Marley. So the last Damian Marley album, Stony Hill, he produced the Roar single, Time Travel, and Autumn Leaves.
Yeah.
All songs that I respect and read. So this is a good producer and a good young producer, Grammy-winning producer, because as you know, Stony Hill won a Grammy.
Yeah.
So I like the record. I want Kabaka to keep working. He's always working, but I think he's almost like the Marleys now when it comes to taking his time. He doesn't just put things out. I don't know if he's signed to Ghetto Youths or not, but he's very affiliated with Damian Marley. And I don't know, I keep wishing for more from him, man. I just want to see him succeed. He's a talented artist.
But you know what you have to respect about them, Oliver? But artists like Kabaka and even certain artists, even to a certain extent, I feel like Chronic's move the same. But yes. Respect about them. Them just do them own thing. Them not chase fame.
Yes.
This is a lifestyle for them. This is them comfortably nice, and you can see it in them delivery. Unlike someone who claims to them a dancer king. And it's like
hey,
no humility is there.
Yeah, none.
Like, when to everybody's respect, regardless.
Right. When the money attack, in an interview, you have to listen, brother, because you know what they're saying and how they're saying it is so potent. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I'm like, yo, that inspire me to go listen to some more music, yo. Or whether you want a name, you see me? And I can't say the same with some of the other artists them in, I guess, the same realm or genre or space. But them money thing, I guess that is the difference between some dunce illiterate artists and the man them have some sense, because me not gonna lie. Me gonna tell you the truth. Yo, you're laughing, you have a whole heap of dunce artists. You have a whole heap of dunce artists in a reggae and dancehall, and I'm tired of them, brother. More somebody, more some people where spend the time for putting. Me never call the name in the brother. But you see who the cap fit make them wear it, and you them say when you live in a glass house, don't throw a stone, but if you flick the stone in a pen and it lick your brother. So that dunce artist that me I talk about.
Yeah, and to be clear, people, when we say dunce artists, we don't mean people who didn't go to college, right? It's a matter of way of thinking, common sense, and you know what I mean, being able to comprehend, you know, what's going on. You know what I mean? And you know how they present themselves, how they speak themselves. And I don't mean speaking as far as speaking proper English. That's not what I mean. Right? We just mean as far as people be you know, using their brains. Right? So, you know, don't get it twisted as far as, you know, we're not talking about academically per se. Right? But it's true. You know, and what happens is a lot of the times artists, you know, okay, they have their way to make money. So it's like, I don't need to know anything else, right? I don't need to learn anything else, you know. And I think that's a part of the problem, and that is why the business side
is
of
stagnant.
the industry or the business side of the culture, the business is suffering because of that way of thinking.
The ignorance, dunce behavior, like limited, not trying to learn new things. And I think that's why there are many reasons why dancehall and reggae is struggling. People like to pinpoint one reason, like Beanie Man want to pinpoint trap music. There's no such thing as one thing, but the mind is conditioned to train this way that if something is not working, it's one reason why it's not working. This is not the reason. There are multiple reasons. And we need to take the time to figure out what the multiple reasons are. We've discussed on this show previously some of the reasons. It's not one reason. To Beanie Man or whoever is listening, it's not one reason.
Yeah.
It's multiple reasons.
Miscommunication, industry politics, or politics,
correct,
other things.
Failure to reach across and
ignorance
and negotiate and talk with other people, make connections, and past behavior that's now hurting other people. Yeah. So you know, ignorance,
misplaced pride,
exactly,
ego. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know, one next thing where, like you just said a while ago, we're big. People, if you're paying attention and you know some of these artists over the years, you're supposed to know and you can tell, say, a lot of them, they haven't grown. Them not showing no kind of growth as far as intellectuality. It's like them stuck in a certain headspace and can't move past that. You see me? Artists like that, we very soon, you know, fall out of touch with them and down. It's like, I'm like, even some of the favorite artists, you know, me I tell you now, would have some favorite artists where when I say the baddest thing, I'm the baddest, the real dancehall king. And me I tell you, brother, me disappointing them artists there because them stuck in them ways, them keep on doing the same thing over and over. As a matter of fact, some of them, every year them do the same thing. Every year they do the same thing. You see me? And for me, I'm not gonna lie, I only when me get bored with the rest of the artists, them, I say, yo, you know what? Yeah, brother, let me see if him have nothing at. You see me? Because, boy, I don't know me consider trapping dancehall. When you're stuck in your ways and not
when
trying
to... When you're trapped in your ways.
Like me say, not for go back on a conversation, but this idea said the youth them a water down dancehall. There was a time when 90s dancehall tried to sound like they were rapping. A lot of them did that.
True.
A lot of them I can call projects that sounded like a rap album. Right? So the youths are not doing anything that
new.
You know, hip hop has always influenced reggae and dancehall has always influenced hip hop. So it goes both ways.
But
right?
Look on it, Oliver. You said that. Remember, reggae has always influenced rock and rap music. Yeah. So it goes, it's just a music thing. And I'm sure all over the world. Look, imagine. I mean for cut, but I just want to give one example. I think this artist is a Colombian artist named El General. He have a song with him. I think To Pun Pun or something like that.
What?
Yo,
mind them 2 Pun Pun thing.
Yo, when I hear it already, trust me when I hear it. It's bad. Yo, brother. Brother, may I tell you something? If you
Yo, people in the air, 2 pun.
Yo, you might feel like it's not worth it, brother.
Yo, Randy said, what I'm doing, the thing international, yo.
Hold on there.
The thing global.
Me go try a thing, you know what I mean? If we get flagged, me go just cut it out, but yo,
the people that myself in the here are not playing a dance, but they don't want to play tune.
No, hold on, Oliver, listen to this.
Yo.
Pues quiero que le digas a tu amigas que el rey del pum pum acaba de llegar y nadie lo puede parar.
So like a sound system.
So like a dancer, reggae, dancer kind of the early night. Hear me then?
Mami, no me, bang mata tu pum pum, mami, no me, bang mata tu pum pum, mami, no me, bang mata pues tu pum pum, no me puede matar.
Alright, we're not arguing no
So like a super cat,
Wait, that old?
Yeah, that old, that about, yo, that about 100 years old. But me I tell you,
So then we copy the dancehall version. Yeah,
right,
back then a lot of Puerto Ricans and Panamanians were doing
because that's like a super cat kind of vibe.
So that's it's actually a copy of a record, right?
Right.
Boom, boom, nani, ago. Kill
me,
right?
Yeah.
So a lot of Panamanians were doing that. Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
And that's what reggaeton came about.
Right.
That's why it's called reggaeton. For those who don't know, we write from reggae. Some people are pissed that they don't come back and endorse our thing. I'm not going to get into that. That's that conversation a whole for another day.
And that is one of the things though, because everybody have these expectations.
The people, right?
Of people. And actually the other day, I meditate and this come to me where.
Wait, what?
I meditate.
You have to talk to the people about this meditation thing. Right?
No, but
well, on there, I this a meditation kind of like
yoga.
The man there meditation kind of like
I'm saying yoga pants.
That's regular lotus meditation.
See? Lotus, explain that.
That's how when you fold your legs like.
Yo, I don't know about that.
With your palms off.
Yo, lotus it near.
Yo, see, so. And, fun and joke aside, the same thing when me I think, say, it's crazy how we always have expectations of other people.
Yeah.
High expectations, whether it be of your spouse, of your parents, of your children. But then, most times you don't even stop and have a certain expectation of yourself. You know what I mean? And things like that is a part of the problem to it overall, not just in life, but in our conversation.
Because people, enlightened, yo.
Because Jamaican people, for example, or other industry people would have been like, oh, we're pissed off because the reggaeton people them take from our music and have reggaeton, but they don't come back and pay tribute. You have no control over what these people are doing. What they're doing is for their business.
And they struggle that.
And you can't tell them what to do or control what they do. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we own reggae music and we are going to have reggae laws and you can't do reggae or dancehall this way or that way. Yeah. Or you need my permission in order to do this song that way. And that's how it sounded. Like it's some kind of dictatorship.
That's some trap.
That sounds like a trap to me.
Yeah. Prison.
It is a creative
people,
art.
You see what we mean when we say in the beginning that we're going deeper in some topics and we try to give our own life experience and guidance to people. I'm glad Shana bring up this topic and going deeper and explain certain things from his life.
Perspective, And honestly, people, you don't just get to them level of enlightenment just by just being. Yo, the boy Shane, the man really.
The man on Instagram,
yo. The man really, where they call it?
Bruce Lee push up, yo.
Yo, the man, this coming like some Russell Simmons type meditation.
Yo. The man are like elevating half of the ground,
Oh, for real, but that is one of the things, these expectations. I think that's a part of the issues that we have, because even like we spoke about the DMX and Sean Paul situation. DMX had these expectations of what were supposed to happen and what was supposed to happen because I had you on my soundtrack for the movie and whatever. We did a track together. So now it's my expectation that if you have a track that I want to go on, you can't tell me no. You get what I'm saying?
Yo, me I gonna say this, and people are gonna say, yo, boy, them brother they always a reference hip hop track. But I mentioned something earlier, and Nas said it in one of him songs. Nas said, favor for a favor is how we do business. You see me? And you see, you're only as good as your last favor, brother. You understand? So see, if a man asks if you do them a favor and you can't do it, and you don't come through for them, it's like you're the worst. You know, and that is it sums up the music business. And it's sad to say that's the case. But that's what it is. You know?
And then the crazy part is you don't always have the last say in those scenarios.
Right. Because people don't allow. I mean, for cut you again, but usually people are full of pride and them don't want to extend the olive branch and them don't want, find out what really happened, why this and that and the third. Oh, you shouldn't do me that. So it's like a big disrespect, like, you know what I'm saying? Yep. That means we can't have no conversation.
That conversation, yeah. Like, me can't say, boy, no, because this and that, or, not this time around because this and that. Or, come to some different arrangement. It's like, this is what you want, this is what you expect. So unless you fly the straight and narrow on their expectation, then no, you're the villain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but and again, I'm gonna share another thing with the same breath of everything what Shayna said. Some of these individuals, because they are individuals in this music space and outside of the music space too. You have people that are very sensitive. The least thing you say, it might not have anything to do with the person, but them hear it and think you talk about them. And so for some, them add things start add to it and them start calculate, say, yo, this person had that and that person had that. I mean, I like that person. But sometimes what happens is, yes, sometimes you drop knowledge and sometimes you say some things and it's like you throw a stone in a hog pen and it hit the person or hit the hog, the person will scream out and bawl out and them, start feel a certain type of way some of the times.
Take it upon themselves.
Yeah, them take it personal and sometimes it has nothing to do with that person at all. Like again, I'm gonna give you an example. I mean for go so and make it long-winded. Sometimes it's a social media. Social media is a wicked thing. Social media, an artist can share something, right? And you in turn share what the artist share, and somebody in a year or so media friends probably I go through something similar, and them feel like you them are them you are talking about, and it end up cause problem with you and them, which had nothing to do with that. And then it's like something where you have to, if you care, sometimes you try rectify it and clean it up and show them, say, yo, look, look at this, look at that. Sometimes you have to go as deep as timelines. We show people, say, yo, when were you going through your issue that's similar to this? Look at when I posted this. This had nothing to do with you. You see me? And then sometime again, because of notifications pop up, it's like a person might have go through certain things and the notification pop up to them exactly when they might go through the thing that you mentioned and they feel like you're talking about them when it probably could have been weeks and months or days before. You understand? And these things cause problems. So you see, if you're not strong people in this social sphere thing, in this music industry, you cannot be thin-skinned, because if you are, you're gonna fail at a lot of things. It's gonna be trouble for you.
True. Life on a whole, not just the music industry.
Yeah.
Just business. And yeah, so that's how the cookie crumbles, people. And another thing too, just to add, a part of that expectation comes from people who are at a certain level in their minds, and they have this expectation that you're supposed to worship me. You're supposed to do me whatever favor that I ask you, would that be show related or music related, production related, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
And that is also part of the problem, because that is the issue now with, for example, the Beanie Man situation and Daddy One. Because you're who you are, so you expect everybody to bow down and worship and say, okay, you are the king. So that will be done. You get what I'm saying? And that don't work.
Yeah. And I'm here where you say shit, but me there pre-Oliver, I wonder if Joe Bob Marley and Peter Tosh the on the wall, if Bob Marley, the man want to build up over the star.
Why?
No, to see you finagle something in front of you upon the table or wherever right now.
No, man, no, sir.
Yeah, so I want if the man build up a thing.
No, sir. No, sir. So,